I like to highlight my under eyes. I keep my extra skincare and beauty products in these. So I just went in and blended it together with the new Pattern Dark Star Mascara and Intensify Me Eyeliner. I had a really hard time working. I still can't get it open. Hi beauties, welcome back. It is fall. I am so excited. I am in my cozy FabFitFun sweater, which we will get to, and we are not doing a FabFitFun unboxing. We did that recently. Check out my video. I will pop it up above if you want to see it. We are actually going to go through and test FabFitFun makeup. So I went through and pulled a bunch of makeup that I've gotten, some from this past box and sale and some from just previous boxes to see what do I think. Have I used it? Some of this I've been using. I will give you my kind of full take on it, and some will be first impressions for me, so let's try it out together. And I've got tons of different brands to try. I'm looking down, I've got ABH, Ciate, Glow Lab, Winky Lux, Thrive Cosmetics, Tarte, Beauty, Bakerie. So if that's what you are here to see, stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell right next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos, and let's get started. So as you can see, I already have kind of my complexion products done for the day. That's because FabFitFun doesn't typically send out foundations, concealer, that type of thing, because it's really hard to skin match. Some boxes, if they do, they have to get really good kind of shade matching for you, and FabFitFun just chooses not to do that, which I don't have an issue with. So I already have on primer and foundation and concealer. Now I have gotten primer before in FabFitFun box. I just have already used it, so I didn't have that to try for you today. So we are actually going to start with powder. Okay, the first one I have to do is the Ciate Extraordinary Translucent Powder. Now this one is fun because I got this in a box a long time ago, and I don't know if you can tell, but it is almost gone. And I have actually repurchased it in a FabFitFun sale. So I have a backup because I really like it. So I'm going to use this as an under eye setting powder, and then I will also go in with an all over the face setting powder. So I'm just going to go ahead, it comes like this, and put a little bit into the cap so I can show you why I like it. I'm going to use kind of a fluffy brush for under my eyes just to get that concealer set. Now I like this formula. It kind of to me is a dupe for the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I kind of use it in place of that. I love the Laura Mercier, but this is just a really good kind of more affordable option. FabFitFun does put Ciate makeup in a lot of their boxes. They also have it in a lot of their sales, so you can kind of always snag something. So I went in a little heavier under my eyes, and then I'm going to go in with kind of a lighter touch all over my face just to set that down. We're going to be using all powder products, not cream products today, but don't forget, if you're going to use a cream product, don't set it with a powder. Make sure you put in all your cream products down on your foundation before you set with a powder, or else you're going to have a lot of trouble later on. Okay, so that just gave me a nice clean finish, and we can move on with some more of the fun stuff. I should have said this. If you see, I have a little band-aid on my thumb. I have this little table that I use for filming, and as I was setting the table up, I pinched my finger and pulled my skin back, and I didn't want to bleed on anybody, so sorry for my little band-aid here today, but let's keep going. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is brows. So I received the Winky Lux Unibrow Pencil in the summer box, the summer 2020 box. So you have a spoolie on one side and you have the product on the other side. Now I have used this, and although I thought I liked it at the beginning, it's not my favorite. It is a universal color. So here is the color, which for me it works. The color isn't the issue. But what I find is, if you can see this tip, it's hard to kind of tell, but it's almost like a triangle shape, which to me, I like a much, much thinner kind of shape. I like the CoverGirl Microfine Pencil, the ABH Brow Wiz, things like that that are really, really fine so that I can get a nice crisp line. So let's go in and use this. I'll show you how it does. I tend to not grab for it all that often just because I have a little bit of a difficult time using it, but it's not terrible. It's not bad. Let's see if I can go ahead and carve these out. I love Winky Lux. FabFitFun has had some of their other products in their sales. this one just isn't my favorite. Now, if you are just looking for a filler and you don't like to kind of carve out your brows, then this is a good product, especially if the universal shade is going to work for you. So it definitely, you can see it fills my brow in very nicely. It is a good color for me. It matches my hair, but I just wouldn't use it for those days that I really kind of want a chiseled brow. So I'm going to do this one and we'll come right back and keep moving on with our eyes. All right, so we are back. So that's my thought on that. I do like that it has the spoolie. It's just not my favorite. I'm not going to grab it. I'm probably not going to repurchase this one. All right, so for our eyes, we are going to use the Beauty Bakerie Proof is in the Pudding palette. Now, FabFitFun has had this in a couple boxes. I just received it in the fall box. This is beautiful. Look at these colors. It doesn't smell like a bakery. That's my one kind of, I wanted it to smell like it looks, but whatever, it still gives kind of a really pretty look. So we're going to see what we can create for fall today. I honestly had never used Beauty Bakerie before, so I was excited to try it out in this box. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to take this one that's called Nana Pudding, and we're going to put that down in our crease just to try to start building that up. This also doesn't have a mirror in the top, which is kind of disappointing. So I'm just going in with my Tarte Pro Glow palette. We're going to use this later on just so I have that mirror. So let's just take that Nana Pudding. We're going to put it right down in the crease. Just to start building up as that matte transition shade. This palette does have a good mix of mattes and shimmers, which I really like. I swatched a bunch of them in my FabFitFun unboxing video, so check that out if you just want to see the pure swatches. But I have been having a lot of fun in fall. Already it's barely fall. I don't know if it technically even is fall yet on the calendar, but it is cold. It is hot chocolate weather. The trees are starting to change, so I just decided that it's fall. Once it hits September, it's fall to me. September, October, November are fall. Okay, so we've got that done in the crease. We're going to go ahead and darken the crease up a little bit. I'm going to take Bread Pudding right here and just kind of darken that up just a little bit so we can start going in with some more fun colors. Just doing those windshield wiper motions, kind of bringing it up a little bit into my brow bone. Nothing too crazy. Not doing a crazy look today, just a pretty natural look. I'm just heading out to run errands, to grocery shop. And we just want a nice, pretty natural look today. Okay, so once we've got that base down, it's especially hard to see on camera just because it is so close to my skin tone. But you want to always have that base in your crease, or else once you start getting the darker, more fun colors, it's going to be impossible to blend. So even though it kind of seems like, I can just skip those steps, you can't really even see them, please don't skip these steps. It's imperative that you do these steps. Okay, what do we want to do? Let's go in with warm cocoa. I love cocoa. We've got to use this fun color. And I am just going to build that out in the outer corner of my eye and create a V. So let's go in and build that up. You want to be very careful with this color. It is very pigmented, which is good, but it also means we need to be careful when we're building it, or else we're going to have a hard time blending. So I am so excited. Are you excited for fall? Comment down below while I'm doing my eye look here, so it's not too boring for you. Comment down below what your favorite fall drink is. Mine is hot chocolate. I don't like coffee and tea. I know that's kind of like sacrilegious to say, but I've never liked the flavor of it. I love the smell of coffee, but I just cannot bring myself to enjoy it. So we're just bringing that out a little bit. It's mostly here in the V in the inner corners, and we'll bring that out a little bit. So let me pop on this other eye and we will move to the shimmer colors. All right, now that we have that fun in the corners, let's find some shimmers. So I think what I'm going to do kind of in the middle of the eye is go in with this one in Spiced Caramel. It's a really pretty gold shimmer. And I found that these best apply with fingers. You can certainly probably do them with a brush if you don't want to get your fingers dirty. But I, for this specific palette and for a lot of these type shimmers, just find it's easier with a finger. But look at that pretty swatch. So we're just going to pop this right in the middle. If we do need to go in and blend with the brush, we can, but usually it's easy to just use your finger to blend it into that darker color. Now the next thing we're gonna do is go in with Butterscotch, which is the lighter shimmer, and I'm gonna pop that right into the inner kind of part of my eye, including the very inner corner where we would normally put a highlight. But then we're just blending it into Spiced Caramel, which is that darker shimmer color. So we've got lighter shimmer, darker shimmer, and then the darker matte shade, all blending together, hopefully seamlessly. But there we go. So we've just got that kind of ombre rainbow effect going from light to dark. So let me do my other eye really quick. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit under our lower lash line, and I think I'm going to pack on that warm cocoa. I'm actually going to use a little liner brush to pack it on, and then I'm going to go back in with a smudger brush because I don't want to be too dark and too stark, or else it just won't kind of all pull together. And tap that on like I'm doing an under eye liner, and then we will smudge it. And there we go. So let me pop on the other eye real quick and we will move on. All right, so that is the eye look. I really do enjoy this palette. I'm definitely going to keep using it. It's beautiful for fall, so I know I'm going to get tons of use out of it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is eyeliner. Now, I have the ICO London. That's where I draw the line. I do liquid liner. Now, I will, as a disclaimer, say that I got this probably last year in one of my boxes, so it is starting to dry out. I do like the tip. I do like how pigmented it is, but I am finding that the top of the tip is starting to dry out, which I find with my eyeliners, that's kind of the first thing to go. And I can always tell when it's going by when I'm doing a wing, if I'm having trouble getting that little kind of flick at the end with the pigment in the tip. So that's where we're at. So I'm just going to go in and do a thin line today. I'm not looking to do anything dramatic. I don't have lashes to put on today. We're just going to pop on some mascara. So I had never tried ICO before, so I was actually pleasantly surprised by how I found that it worked on my eye. Now, just my disclaimer, you're going to hear people tell you all the time not to pull your eye when you do eyeliner. What I say is do what's best for you in your eye. If you have the type of eyelids where you don't need to do that, then don't, just apply it. I have hooded eyes and hooded eyelids, so if I did that, it would just pull my eyelid, which wouldn't really work really well. So I tend to need to do it. Don't feel ashamed if you do. I remember back in the day, I used to watch YouTube and be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Why can't I do it without pulling my eyelid across? And what I found is everybody has different things that they have to work around. So find what works for you. But this is very pigmented. I do like that. I would repurchase. I have some others that I need to try. So I'm not repurchasing it right away. It's not like a, oh my gosh, go stop everything you're doing. But I do find it works well. I would recommend it. Okay, so after today, I'm officially going to retire this one, but it had a good life. It served me well. I do recommend it. I was still able to get a nice line, even with it kind of running out of pigment. But I have plenty behind me that I can play with and can let this one rest in peace. So I have never gotten a mascara in a FabFitFun box. I know there has been mascaras, it's just not one that I received or that I customized for. So I'm just gonna pop on the Clinique High Impact Mascara and I will be right back. Next is bronzer. In the FabFitFun fall sale the add-on sale, I picked up the Tarte Pro Glow palette. Now, I've been needing to get this palette. I can't believe I didn't have this palette, but it is beautiful. So they had this in the sale for $21. I believe it retails for $42. Don't quote me on that. But you get all of these beautiful contour, bronzer, highlight shades, as well as 2 pretty mirrors with this beautiful magnetic enclosure. So I love it. As you saw, I use it for just the mirror quite a bit. It's nice and easy to hold. This one stays closed if you're using one mirror. So I'm going to go in with this bottom bronzer shade, which is Sculpt, and just give myself a nice kind of pretty fall glow. Nothing too crazy contour today. FabFitFun does carry a lot of Tarte products, especially in their sales. So if you are a Tarte girl like me, Tarte is one of my favorite brands. You can snag some really good Tarte makeup, skincare, all kinds of things in their sales. Their edit sales, add-on sales, they're having more and more specialty sales now as well. But Tarte is always in those sales. So one of the other things I've never received from FabFitFun is a blush. While we're doing Tarte, I'm just going to grab one of their blushes. This is in the shade Quirky, and then we'll move on to highlighter because I have like 7 highlighter choices, I feel like, but no blush. Okay, so many things to choose from. In my most recent FabFitFun box / sale purchase, if you saw, I got this palette, which has a couple beautiful highlighter shades I already showed you. I got the Beauty Crop Glow Milk nourished with coconut oil, which is amazing as a highlighter, but I tend to use this as a body highlighter, and you can't really see kind of my collarbones with what I'm wearing today, so I'm probably just going to hold on to that, but it is stunning. I tried it on, so if you want to see that, check out my FabFitFun fall unboxing. What I think I'm going to use today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Peach Fuzz Loose highlighter. So I kind of tried this out in my unboxing video, but let's give it a full kind of first impressions. I have been holding on to it since that video, so I have not tried it, I have not played with it, and it looks a little scary because it is pink, which I already have pink blush on. I don't need pink highlighter on top of that, but it looks pretty. So let's see, let's get a little bit in the cap and see what we can do. Now it does look more kind of granulated, if you can see that. I don't want to dump it all over my table here, but I'm trying to think of that candy. Somebody tell me what I'm thinking of. That like pop fizz candy that like fizzles in your mouth. It almost looks like that, strangely. But yeah, look at it on the brush. But let's go ahead and just try. So it comes off kind of peachy, but it does just give a nice little glow. I don't think it's gonna all of a sudden become my favorite highlighter, but it is wearable, especially in kind of fall where everything is just warm and rosy and comforting. Let's pull it down. Yeah, you can definitely see that, the pretty glow it's giving. So I don't know, ABH, I can't decide. I know there's a few other colors in this same line of loose highlighters that I haven't tried, but it's interesting. I'm gonna have to keep using it. I can't really tell if I would recommend it or not. I do like it down the nose. It just is kind of strange once I have blush because the blush is already kind of pink. So I don't know. Still thinking about it. Let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you have some? Or do you have any of the other colors? Okay, so the next thing I have to try out is something I'm a little bit scared of because FabFitFun has customization options which are called mystery choice. They have surprise me, which means, okay, there's 5 options to pick from. Surprise me. Send me one of those 5. But then they also have mystery item, which means something different from those 5. Send me a mystery item. So I did that one time. I wasn't thrilled with any of the 5, and I was like, okay, I like being surprised. Surprise me. And the thing I got was one of the things that I would say is one of kind of the worst mystery items in FabFitFun history. Now, obviously I'm prejudiced because I got it and I didn't really need it at the time, But what that is the Doucce. I'm not really sure how to say it, and I don't want to say it wrong for obvious reasons. I got a lip duo. This is a lip stain and a lip gloss. And if you can see, it's kind of a brown color. So at the time, I got this a few years ago. I wasn't as into makeup as I am now, and I was really kind of scared away by the brown color. However, now I'm like, hey, let's be more adventurous. So I'm gonna try this out today, and I know it sounds crazy, but I've never actually put this on my lips from me getting it however long ago. I don't think it's expired. It's still been sealed. I think it's fine. Just to help me out applying this, I'm gonna pop on a nude liner, and then we'll get to using this and see what we think. So let's go in and see. I'm hoping that for fall, this would be a nice fall shade and that it won't be too terrible. Maybe I should have given this a chance a long time ago and been more adventurous then. I should have also said, guys, this is in the color Dark Lust, which is 618. So yeah, I think it might work. What do you think? Let's put the lip gloss on top and see if it helps it at all. Give it a little more shine. I will certainly update the description box down below with how this lip stain wears if you like this color, or if you want to try out this company in any other colors. I know they have some other beautiful colors out there. I just got kind of the brown one, but it's kind of working with this look, with the sweater, with fall, with cozy. So I should have given it a better chance earlier. So the very last thing I have is a setting spray. This is the Coola makeup setting spray. Coola is in a lot of FabFitFun boxes and sales. I have since receiving this gone and repurchased some other Coola sunscreens. I like that this has SPF 30 in it. It's just nice. This is one of my favorite sprayers I've ever found. However, just so you know, it does smell a lot like sunscreen, and some people don't like that. They think it smells chemically, that it should smell better, and so they kind of don't like this product. I don't mind it. It's fun kind of in summer especially. It's so light. It's so refreshing. It's such a fine mist. Basically, make sure your eyes are closed and you'll be fine. But this is definitely something I will repurchase. It's so pretty just sitting out in my vanity in the little glass bottle. So, all right, so that is the full makeup look using FabFitFun makeup. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some ideas or inspiration. If you already get FabFitFun, pull out some of those makeup items you haven't used. Like this lipstick was sitting in my drawer for like 2 years. So don't do that. Don't be like me. Pull it out, see if you can make it work. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you are having an amazing day and an amazing start to your fall. I've got some fun videos coming up, including a TJ Maxx Marshall's makeup try-on. I'm pretty excited for that one. I've got a whole bag of stuff that I need to go through and try on for you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up if you want to keep seeing more like it. And I will see you next time. Bye.